Hey guys, today I'm going to do a smart history on the portrait of Emmy. Well, I'm at the North Carolina Museum of Art, and to start us off, I'm going to show you around. As you can see, this is the area around it, and today I want to start off to give you some formal information about the art and artist. The portrait of Emmy was created by Carl Schmidt-Rottluff in 1919. Carl was a very abstract painter and loved to display harmonious light painted canvas. On June 7, 1905, Carl was a part of a new revolutionary idea called German Expressionism. In Dresden, Germany, 4 young architecture students created their own style of art. All of the members hated the so-called establishment of the earliest 20th century art. De Bruyck, the name given to the group by Nischecki, displayed new discovered ways of applying paint to canvas. What de Bruyck tried to accomplish in their work was extreme emotion and non-naturalistic colors. The group as a whole created German Expressionism and favored many works by and including Van Gogh, Munch, the Fauves, and Cubists. Also, I think they used, well, at least Carl used a little bit of Picasso-like features. As you can see here, kind of looks like his style, except it shows no brushstrokes. You can see a little bit right here. I'm zoomed in on the nose, but Carl's style included flattening forms, cramming tight, airless spaces with blackening outline around the canvas. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll try to do it as steady as possible. As you can see around the whole entire painting, the figure he displays is outlined by black lines, very thick. The whole face is too. Okay. One way he differed from his counterparts was that he displayed interests in oceanic and African art. Using well-placed angles, he showed those styles within his work. As you can see, his depiction of her face is very skeletal, just like an African tribal mask. And then, using well-placed angles, he shows those styles. In 1912, Schmidt-Rottluff created a rising moon, which at the time was normal for Rottluff to create. It displayed a blue architectural site with extreme use of emotion through dark blue colors. Then, 7 years later, this was created, the portrait of Emmy. It changed from blue to firing yellow-red side of the color wheel. As you can see in this portrait, Emmy is very emotional with a high contrast in color from the background to her. See, the background is very orangish yellowish to her clothes, which is very dark, brown, green. In this portrait of Emmy, Carl displays a distorted figure, whereas in the rising moon, it is peaceful and very relaxing. Using oil on canvas, Carl is able to create this piece. Displaying paint in a splotchy manner helps display the idea in creating a blurred image of interest. Emmy's face shows an African style, using very angular features. In doing this, Carl takes away from his wife's young charm and creates a vivid use of color. Her eyes display stress as one is half open and the other is fully engaged into the viewer's vivid eye. Displaying blue eyes adds to the painting's impact towards the viewer. As you can see, one's completely open, it was halfway closed, in a way that emphasizes the paint's focus on eyes. In doing this, Carl draws the viewer into a mysterious question. What does Emmy desire? Looking at this makes you think, does she desire truth, a sense of well-being, or even a desire to not remember her past actions? Shortly after Carl created this piece, art patron W.R. Valentiner declared that the colors used in this piece express the struggle between vision and reality, between the here and now and the beyond, in quotes. Carl had little to no interest in copying the outward appearance of things. He left that job to photographers. In quotes from an unknown source, an inexplicable yearning to lay hold of what I see and feel, then to find the most direct expression possible for such experience. Schmidt-Rottluff was the de Bruyck artist most affected by the Parisian school, which all of the German Expressionism artists attended. Schmidt-Rottluff contorts physical facts in order to emphasize emotion. Painted the year he married Emmy Frisch, this portrait displays his bride in aggressive anti-naturalistic colors. Schmidt-Rottluff continued extracting from his subject a potent expressivity. Personally, when I look at this painting, see a mysterious young lady with a curious look. The use of color shows a modern-day piece and displays a rage into the viewer. The dark clothes and light background added the emphasis on the young Emmy. During this time, the Nazis ruling in Germany made a art show and took 608 Carl's paintings and put them in the degenerated art part. There was two different parts within the exhibition. There was a bad art show and a good art show. They used old masters and displayed them with kind of like the setup here in a very nice manner, and then they displayed Carl's work in a very messed up and splotchy manner like this. When I look at this painting, I feel curiosity, the feeling that can torture people, a feeling of questions. Am I happy? Am I sad? This painting has the look of questions. I love how Carl incorporates the color into the fiery yellow and orange. Just displaying it makes me feel emotional no matter what. This side looks very bold and aggressive and staring into me. This side looks very down, depressed, looking at the ground. Makes me question who I am, what I want to do in the future. When I look at this painting, I drew a couple images of how I feel. I feel questioned. I feel like I'm happy yet angry at the same time, yet I'm sad yet awake. A question, where does that door lead to? Why are there lines coming after me? A question of, am I actually thinking this? What is going on?